In 1801, the United States was 25 years old. There were 16 states in the Union at the time, and most Americans lived within 50 miles of the Atlantic Ocean. Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence, had just become the country's third president. Jefferson believed that the powers of the federal government should be limited, and that it should be primarily concerned with foreign affairs. So Jefferson reduced the size of the federal government, but he also increased the size of the country itself. Soon after Jefferson came to office, Spain gave a huge part of its land west of the Mississippi River to France. Many American farmers shipped their crops down the Mississippi to the port of New Orleans. Jefferson feared that France might take away American access to this vital port city. So, in 1803, Jefferson sent diplomats to France to try to buy New Orleans. At the time, the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte was preparing for a war with England. He was eager to raise money for that fight by selling France's land in North America. When Napoleon offered to sell the entire Louisiana territory for only $15 million, Jefferson's agents quickly agreed. The Louisiana Purchase of 1803 doubled the size of the United States.
Oh, what a weird,
President Jefferson ordered an expedition to explore the lands west of the Mississippi River.
I think it
Its
is.
purpose was to learn about the region's geography and natural resources, and about the Native Americans, plants, and animals that lived there. 2 men led this expedition into the vast wilderness. Jefferson's private secretary, Captain Meriwether Lewis, and former Army officer and cartographer, William Clark. In the spring of 1804, Lewis and Clark left St. Louis and headed up the Missouri River with 3 boats, 2 tons of equipment, and 33 men. Most were white Americans, but French Canadians and an enslaved African American man were also part of the expedition. Some days the party traveled as far as 25 miles. Other days they journeyed fewer than 5. The explorers encountered many different Native American groups along their way, and often traded goods they brought with them, such as fabric, metal tools, and beads, for food and advice about the local geography. In October 1804, Lewis and Clark arrived at the territory of the Mandan people in what is today North Dakota.
Hello.
Bonjour.
I am Sacagawea. This is my husband,
Bonjour.
who I can't pronounce his name. Hi.
I'm Clark.
And I'm Lewis.
Bonjour, Clark. Bonjour, Louis.
Would you like to stay in our fort during winter so that you guys don't have to?
C'est magnifique.
I don't know what he's saying.
Oh.
So stay in our fort. Come
It is
with
cold.
us. Oh, would you like our fur hoods that we made?
C'est magnifique.
Thank you.
Hood du fur.
Will you help us find or guide us through the Louisiana territory?
Oui.
When all the snow clears up, we will. So stay in our fort.
Thank you.
Merci.
Set out again in the spring. More than 2 months after leaving Fort Mandan, the explorers confronted what was perhaps the greatest physical challenge of the expedition. In June 1805, they reached the Great Falls of the Missouri River.
Oh, look, there's a waterfall. We can't go to a waterfall. Okay, then we must travel by foot.
Travel by foot?
Yes. That's going to take forever. It's 18 miles. Well, how else are we supposed to get up there?
Well, you're the guider.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
With a long challenge ahead. It took a month, from mid-June to mid-July of 1805, for the men to transport their boats and equipment around the falls. Lewis wrote of the ordeal.
At every halt, these poor fellows tumble down and are so much fatigued that many of them are asleep in an instant. Some are limping, and others faint and unable to stand for a few minutes.
Once the party finally passed the Great Falls, the expedition continued up the Missouri by boat.
Over there?
On foot and by boat, the party reached the Rocky Mountains in August.
Seriously?
Big mountain.
What's it?
We passed
Yes, come on. We can make it before winter comes.
25 miles per day. I don't know how our person.
I can't. Hurry up.
Are we almost close?
Yeah, we're almost to St. Louis.
Our ending trip, 1806. We started at 1803. Hey, look it! Is that St. Louis?